What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with an all new episode of Ladies Who List Atlanta. Let's get into it. So we pick up where we left off when they were at Kiana's 1 year anniversary party, and Robin and Crystal have a conversation. Of course, nobody has spoken to one another, and Robin was expecting an apology, and that's when Crystal says, "So you want me to run after you like you give me penis?" But Robin said, "You clearly hurt me." Crystal thinks she did everything she can do as being a friend to Robin in that moment, and that she was coming from a place of love. So Robin said, "You thought that what you did wasn't hurtful." So from that situation, you honestly thought what you did wasn't trying to hurt me. Like, I went through a week of being angry, a week of being hurt, a week of being confused, and now a week of now I'm over it. I'm done. Because my friend did not reach out to me. My friend did not follow up with how I was feeling. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to receive an apology. I'm open to hearing you out. But Crystal wants an apology too because Robin, you hit me. You popped my hand. And the fact that you didn't reach out hurt me too. You hit my hand. But Robin said you got in the middle of something that had nothing to do with you. I wasn't in the middle. I was sitting. No, Crystal, you was sitting in that green chair next to Tiana. You walked all the way around to check Robin about how she's been so mean to Kira. And that's when she said, first of all, she said she'll shit on me. Did you say something then? Go sit down in your green chair. But you didn't. You walked over Robin and sat in the middle between Tiffany and Kira. So Crystal still wants her feelings acknowledged without trying to hear Robin out. And Crystal is like, I have to walk on eggshells, while being friends with you. Because I never get a chance to express my feelings about how you react, about how I feel. So I just, let it be what it was. Robin never knew that Crystal had to walk on eggshells when it comes to her. But Robin said, I'm not going to change who I am for anybody. I'm not going to do that. And I said, Crystal is playing victim because she feels like Robin is not giving her any space to acknowledge her feelings. That's all Crystal was doing. In the 10 minutes of the episode, this literally lasted 10 minutes. All Crystal kept telling her was, you did not understand how I feel. You did not understand how you made me feel. You hurt me, you hurt me. Without Crystal not realizing how she hurt Robin, not realizing that she played a part in Kiana coming at her, Kira coming at her, and Crystal trying to minimize and antagonize Robin's behavior. So Crystal says she's not confrontational. She doesn't go back and forth. Robin is better at it than she is, and she will disengage when it comes to that type of aggressiveness that's being towards her. But like Robin said again, you got involved in something. You put yourself in something that had nothing to do with you. And Crystal, not liking what she's hearing because Robin was supposed to say, you know what, girl, I'm sorry. I did not make you, I don't know why I make you feel like that. I'm sorry. I did not mean to. But Robin's not backing down because other than Robin apologizing for putting her hand on Crystal, there's nothing else Robin needs to apologize for when it came down to Crystal. Nothing else. And she said, let me finish. Robin was over this conversation because every time she did not hear what she was supposed to gotten from Crystal, which was an apology, Robin got up. And at that point, Crystal just keep on talking about how much he hurt, how much he's hurt, how much you hurt me. And Robin kept telling her, okay, go ahead. Finish your thought. Finish your thought. Go ahead. Go ahead. And Crystal says, I don't know why I can't get my words out and why when someone is not acknowledging my feelings. But Robin told her 4 times, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Because at the same point in time, I was with Robin. I'm done with you trying to play victim. I'm done with you playing excuses about what you did or didn't do because you still not owning your part. All you keep on doing is blaming Robin for everything that happened. Blaming her for everything as if she was the one that caused every single thing that happened that night. You did nothing, Kira did nothing, Kiana did nothing. That was all Robin's fault. No. So since Robin is not feeling like we're not getting anywhere, this is a different conversation for a different location. Let's just enjoy Kiana's party, right? She stands up. Now, Crystal still wants to explain herself, but then it's like, for what? We're not getting nowhere, and what we have to talk about should not be here, okay? But I think Crystal got scared and nervous because Robin was standing over her. She said, first of all, you're standing over me. She said, okay, sorry. Um, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. But at the same point in time, Robin wasn't standing over her on purpose. She wasn't being aggressive. She wasn't being like this towards her. She was about to leave because this is BS. BS right now. Um, so Chris talks about, yeah, Robin standing over, then she hit her hand. She didn't like that because she was trying to console Robin. But like Robin said, how did you get over there? And like, do you not see how you moved from here, here, here? You was playing chess, not checkers. You were moving your knight, you moving your pawn, you moving your rook, you were moving all over the place to have yourself be more involved in something that had nothing to do with you, but you don't want to remember it like that. You don't want to remember it like that. And Robin felt like you weren't being consoling, you weren't being a friend to me. So Crystal cannot understand how Robin could be so hard or be so mad with her towards the other people who she was arguing with. Like, you're mad at me more than you're mad at everybody else. So she said, of course I'm mad at you because you were taking everybody else's sides but mine. And all I heard was you not showing up as a friend. That's how I saw it. I saw you taking someone else's side that had an issue with me, and you did not take my side. Because she brought up how you took Kira's side, you took Kiana's side. Crystal, who don't like hearing how she acted, who don't like hearing what she did, she said, "Can we talk about me? Let's talk about me for 1 second. Let's talk about me." I'm like, we were talking about you, Crystal. We were talking about your entire part, your involvement in this situation. You moved from here to here to tell Robin to stop. You moved from there to there to make sure Kiana and Kira say what they had to say. You did it. So Kiana, worried about how this event is not about her. She wanted them to take it outside to the courtroom because we're to the courtyard because we're about to start dinner. And y'all can have this conversation. This is about my event, not about your drama. I'm like, Kiana, stop. Because you got on my nerves last episode when you wanted to police Robin and Crystal to not be around one another because it was your event. Like I said, nobody was going to budge to call the other person. So an event was the only way to get them together. Leave me be with this. I really can't. So Kiana gives a speech about thanking her supporters and her family and her husband, about being there for her. Owning her own firm was a dream of hers. And then she gives her support and her thanks to her husband, who was there for her because she was a very busy woman. She was career driven. And I know that, as much as I am as a career woman, I want to be there for you as a wife, as support. Thank you so much. I love you. So, because at the same point in time, I thought it was weird that she wanted Robin and Crystal to lead the conversation before to leave, so she can give her speech. I'm like, couldn't she have waited for them to have the go ahead and then have them leave? Like, couldn't you like give your speech first and then give them the go ahead? At least have them support you, because I don't want to hear Kiana talking about you guys didn't show no support for my event because you guys had a conversation, but she gave them the okay to do that. Um, Then what else? Because it was weird. And then of course I'm looking like, okay, how many cameramen were used? Because I know that they were mostly viewing Crystal and Robin's situation versus then Kiana. I'm pretty sure she had videographers there for her event too. But I'll move on. So Robin talks about, how I feel about congregating with a lot of women. That's not my thing. And I had 3 women questioning me all at once. I felt attacked and I went into defense mode. So she said, who? Who are the 3? You, Queen Kiana, and Princess Kira. And speaking of Kiana, you knew that she had an issue with me, and you never told me. You never told me about it. No, I did not. She told me literally that night. You're fucking lying. You're lying because the first episode, when Robin pitched you the idea, you went around trying to get all the girls, but the first person you went to was Kiana. It was early in the day when she was showing that home for Fatima from Sisters. And you talked about Robin wanting to do a pitch, a business deal. Kiana tells you the problem. That was after you and Robin had that issue in your office when you threw it in her face. She doesn't play well with women. So you wanted someone else who had an issue with Robin to make sure you're not the only one feeling outside. You're lying. And Robin said she purposely withheld information from me with someone who had an issue with me. She did not let me know, did not give me a chance to handle it properly before the event, and she led me out to the wolves. She led me into the lion's den by myself. So then when we flashes back to the dinner, it was right when Kiana wanted to talk about her issues, but the way that Kiana talked about it, Crystal was the one in the background putting Kiana's foot to the fire, to be honest, and tell her what the issue was. And Robin looked like, why is Crystal coaching you into talking to me? What's up with that? So it's like you telling her to be honest all the way down to you're poking her to tell me the issue. You knew. Okay. So Robin was bouncing off an idea, and that's when she felt prodded and poked to Kiana to tell her to be honest. Crystal keeps talking about she came from a place of love, a place of, not from malice. But Robin said, I thought I was your best friend. You didn't prepare me to what was going on that night. And then like you want to call it, I don't play well, I attack back. So yes, Crystal, you definitely set Robin up to get fussed at, yelled at, gained up on. You definitely did, because it flashes back to that scene, and when Kiana had her issue, you had a maleficent, malicious look on your face. Like it was that condescending, ooh, you was happy for someone to get at Robin. So happy. So again, Robin said, tell her, yeah, I don't play well because of the women who burned me throughout my life. And I've shared that with you, but I would never thought you would use it against me. And then Crystal said, I hear what you're saying, and I acknowledge how you perceived that night. No. She stands up again. That is not how I perceived it that night. Whether you want to admit it or not, admit it your part, that's not how that night went. And you know it. And there were even women there who were my friends, saw the whole thing differently. She said, who? Tiffany. Oh, really, Tiffany? Well, that's because they want your money. They want your business. It has nothing to do with business. It has nothing to do with money. Get your money out the bank. We all saw it. I'm sorry, but Tiffany and Tiana both said it to your face, Crystal, that they did not like how you did that. That is not how you be a friend to somebody. If that was my friend, I would have found a way for her to get out of that situation or calmed it down. I would not have made her feel like she was alone. And that's exactly how you did it. Crystal still does not want to admit her fault. And like Robin said, she does want to own that night and apologize and mean it. Then she's done with her. Crystal tries to tell her exactly how it happened. The way that Robin remembered it isn't exactly how it happened. But then Robin asked her, how did it happen? Tell me. Tell me, how did it happen? Because from telling me that it didn't happen the way that I thought it happened, it's not making me look crazy, because I know how it happened. I was there. But before Crystal could explain her point, a bug came out of nowhere, scared Crystal. She wanted to blame Robin, like Robin put the bug there. She said, I did not put the bug there, bitch. That was already crawling. It was a roach, and this is Georgia. Sorry. So Crystal, not apologizing, but she wants to have another conversation with Robin to see if she wants to talk about things. Um, Robin said, you know what? I'm going to give Crystal another chance because I know she will trip and fall because that's her pattern lately. And she's forgiving. Robin is forgiving. Crystal is giving Robin another chance. And this is her last chance before she fucks this one up, because she's not getting another chance again. Fine. Um, like I said, see, look, I'm already 13 minutes in, and that's exactly how it was. Crystal going back and forth with not trying to acknowledge her part, and Robin telling her exactly how it went down. Because Robin is already understanding where she's trying to work on things, but I'm not crazy into how it felt. And other people saw the same thing. But Crystal don't want to hear it. But I'm gonna move on. Robin, she meets up with her YouTube clients that she met earlier this season, that they closed the house on, and they developed a friendship. She loves the home, they love the home, and all the information that Robin has been giving them about the process of buying a home. It's a wonderful feeling. All of their friends are wanting to know how we get into it, and Robin just feeling accomplished about how she give people, tools of the game, tools on how to go through the processing of being a first time home buyer, and all the information you want to learn about buying a home in the area, in the season, in the market. That's all she can, thrive for. Learn one, teach one, earn one, something like that. Um, and Robin talks about real estate is a personal business. It's personal. She was a first time home buyer at 21 and a landlord after that, and that led to her buying other properties, and other properties, and it changed her life. So she receives a FaceTime call from her mom, her niece, and her sister. They called her to wish her early happy birthday, which is really nice. And she has been rebuilding her family for the last 3 years. It hasn't been easy, but it's progressing because they all share different life goals, different lifestyles, different ways of living their lives. But It's progressing, and I really enjoy seeing that. Tiana, she is showcasing a home for Quinetta, which is the architect and developer from the first property she showed last episode. She's now looking for a property for her son, who's a music producer, and his wife. And they want a ranch style home. There were no homes like that in the city, so they had to go to the outskirts of town. And they found a really nice property that I think she will like. It's a 500 and it was about it's a $500,000 home, $500,000 home. A three-bed, three-bath is over 2,000 square foot. It was built in 1979 and it's on 5 acres of land. It is really beautiful. The inside is definitely, home on the range vibes. It's rustic, it's old time. I love it. Love the wood oak and everything. Beautiful. And since they're on 5 acres of land, it's pretty much, a mindset to develop it, that y'all can generate generational wealth with this. And of course, the son thought it would be more. He said about 12 million, but this was only a $500,000 home. And there haven't been any official offers yet. So he said, Mommy, put an offer in on this home. I want this home. And like Tiana said, the home can sell itself. Properties can definitely sell itself without me having to say nothing. And this is exactly what happened. I love that. Kira, she is still on the mission to find B. Simone a home. And no more looking at condos. So now they're interested in looking at a townhome for her, right? She found one in the best neighborhoods in Atlanta. It's a $677,000 townhome, a three-bed, three and a half bath. It's over 2,200 square foot. Um, it's gorgeous. I love the kitchen. I love the bedrooms, the patio, the outside patio that she had with the arc with the Tetris awning. Gorgeous. And of course, B. Simone loves it. She loves the windows. She loves the space. And right now, she might put an offer in. It's a little bit more than what she wanted to purchase, but hey, it is what it is. And I think she'll go have a better investment when she, on the value of the home. She's gonna have a better investment in return. But I'm happy finally. Let's get to the point where Kira shows someone else a home besides B. Simone. Sorry. I'm just saying, like, that's exactly why last episode I wanted her to find a home for her, because her finding a $500,000 condo with the space that she wants is not going to be enough. A townhome will give her much more of a space. Tiana, she is at her house with her kids playing soccer with Tiffany, and then they're talking about celebrating their birthdays because they're Libras and they all share the same month of a birthday. So she wants to go horseback riding. So yeah, like I said, Tiana, Kiana, Tiffany, and Robin all have birthdays around the same month. So they figured why not invite them all for only a Libra only event. So Crystal and Kira are not invited because this is a Libra event. And Tiffany said, you asking a whole lot of trouble for Libras in one room. That's a lot of different personalities. So Crystal, she and Robin, they're having lunch together. Crystal gives Robin a bouquet of flowers for her birthday, which was nice. It was sweet. And Robin talks about giving Crystal another chance because she's a great person. She means well, but being honest about her friend, she's like that favorite sweater that itches you. You know, when you have something that tugs on you, that irritates you, but you cannot stop wearing it. Yeah. So Crystal knows how happy Robin is, and she wants to know, is she getting some penis? Is she getting some dick? She said, no, not yet. I'm just happy. Um, and Crystal talks about when she's around Robin, she's crazy, she's fun, she's energetic, she's enjoys being around her. And Robin breaks Crystal out of her shell of being composed, strategic, meticulous, a stick in the mud, basically. But she breaks all that down to be fun, enjoyable, laughing. I'm like, okay. She wants the crazy. Crystal likes the crazy. So Robin talks to Crystal about the single life because Crystal's out of a 4-year relationship. She said, it's fine, it's good, but I'm now in a situationship. With who? With Zane. She said, I like Zane. Zane's cool, right? But yes, but he's interested in Polly. So Robin was like, what does that mean? So Polly means he wants to date more people. So he wants to date you, but also wants to be able to date more people. Right. Because then he talks about entering in that life and tells Crystal, what would you rather have? A man who cheats on you or a man who's being honest about who he wants to sleep with? Okay, so Robin looks at the word polyamorous and explains what it was. Multiple people in intimate and intimacy relationships, more than one at the same time. So obviously that's better than cheating, I guess. So Robin's in a space where all men cheat, right? Because of what she's been through. And Obviously, that could be a better solution for you, but is that what you want to do? And she just feels like there's so much that comes with it with that, because she read an article in Essence about, if you're about to cheat, does that mean you unzip your heart? It's cheating when you unzip your heart, because there is emotional cheating. And they haven't established anything, because Crystal is still in the talking stages at this point with this guy. But it's a thought, and she said, I could be comfortable with him being with other women, but I don't think he could be comfortable with me being with other men. And Robin said, of course, men cannot handle when another woman is exploring that with other men, because that other man has to go inside her, right? And men don't feel comfortable with that. But yet we're supposed to be comfortable with you having intercourse or intimacy with other women. And that's what I signed up for, right? I signed up for you being honest about how you want to date more people, you want to have sex with other people. But if I do that, you could think it's a betrayal on your a betrayal for you, or I am leaving you when I'm exploring the same exact openness in this relationship as you are. But Robin don't think it's a good idea. Maybe Crystal should just say single. And I don't know if you want to be part of this threesome, five, some foursome right now, but I'm gonna say no. Because Robin has had a share of relationships, and since she is opening to new possibilities, Crystal might think she might want to go to a poly party with her. Robin don't know what to do with these things. What do I wear? Do I have to participate? Do I have to do anything? How do I approach this? What's going on here? Like, I don't go to these parties automatically looking for some dick. I don't know what to do. I'm shy when it comes to this. So obviously, this is a side of Crystal that Robin has never seen before. And then, excuse me, she wants to know what's going on with with Tiffany. Like, what's going on with Tiffany? And like, how are you? Crystal asks, I still don't know what that is. Robin, who's had a chance to hang out with Tiffany, got to know her. And she's cool. Because Crystal acted like she didn't know who Tiffany was. She said, Tiffany, our friend, Tiffany. Oh, you mean the other closing attorney? Yes, her. Oh, I didn't know she was our friend. You know what, Crystal? You don't own Robin. Robin has the ability and the choice to choose other friends besides you. Just like how you choose to hang out with Kiana and Kira. Okay. But like she said, she met up with Tiffany the other day to talk about what happened that night. And she's really cool. She understood the way that I felt. She understood how the situation played out. But Crystal don't like that someone else had an opinion about the situation after that night. And she feels like there are two things. There's people who you have around you that is honest and raw and open, like Robin. And then you have other people who act like their life is so perfect. There's nothing wrong. They don't talk about their life. And I don't fool with people like that. But Robin defended Tiffany with telling her, no, she's cool. She had compassion for me that night. She related to me. We share similar things. I honestly felt like Robin did not want to go into full detail about what Tiffany and her expressed, because that is Tiffany's business. That is Tiffany's, life. And she has the choice to express how she felt. So that's why she just talked about how the compassion she had for her, how they relate over similar things. And she's a really cool person. Crystal was annoyed with hearing that Tiffany related to Robin in that moment. And she said, what me and Robin shared with everybody, y'all don't need to know, because I know my friend knows me. And you need to compare notes, Tiffany. I got it, thanks. That's basically saying, that's my best friend, Tiffany. Go get your own. You don't know her like I know her. Again, Crystal, if you knew that, if Robin is such the best friend, the sister that she is to you, why didn't you act like that in that moment? That's the question that's boggling me. Why didn't you act like a best friend or a sister to her in that moment? You acted like a snake in the grass. Moving on. Um, she said, I just wanted to make you guys good because my kids play sports, her kids play sports, and she's really, really cool. I like her. So Crystal talks about her experience with Tiffany, and she said that Tiffany could be over friendly to people who she wants something from them. I thought that meant you. Because Crystal, you tend to get over friendly with people when you want something. Did you not see the 5-star restaurant you laid out for Kira to get her business? Okay. And then Crystal can't find that something that is separating her from Tiffany, or that is trying to find something that's connecting between her and Tiffany, because I don't know what it is about me and her, but there's something there that she don't like about me. But Robin said, maybe you guys can talk. We guys can figure it out. But Crystal doesn't know what it is to figure out, because Oh, I already said that part. But Robin is defending Tiffany was saying, maybe she's not even thinking about you like that. Maybe, she's a mom. She has other things on her mind than worry about what friend don't like me, what girlfriend that I have to fix things, patch things up with. And Robin said, as Crystal's friend, I don't believe that Tiffany has any problems with Crystal. I believe that Crystal may have a secret envy of Tiffany. Tiffany has everything that she wants. I was like, ooh, Robin. That was shady, but there's some truth to that. Because we need to go back to when Crystal sent Tiffany an email wanting to take some clients off of Tiffany's hands when she was on maternity leave. And the way that Tiffany felt in that moment wasn't a woman trying to help her out. That was a woman trying to get her business. I don't know. I know Robin had a I know that was a shady, messy grin that Robin had, but a part of me was like, maybe because I like Robin so much, I'm not finding it that of a problem that she said that because she's honest about how her friend is. She's honest about what her friend is, but she never said that to anybody but the confessional. That's the difference. Robin will never spray your personal business like that until it comes to a point where you're putting her into a corner. But in that moment, she can understand and see the difference in how Crystal's acting and Tiffany's acting, and how she does not believe that Tiffany has an issue with Crystal because she don't. She don't. But I'm like, ooh, child. But Robin want them to have a conversation. Maybe y'all can have at the upcoming party that's coming up. But of course, if she wants to have a conversation with Tiffany, Crystal wants Robin to go to a poly party with her. Fine. So Tiana, they're arriving at the ranch, at the Slattonville Ranch, and the ladies learn about how to get on a horse. All the ladies look great. I love Kiana's outfit. Um, yeah, everybody had a good time. And then where am I at? Right. So Robin talks about the meeting she had with Crystal and how they squash their issues. They're fine. They're good. But then she wants to know, is there anything going on between Crystal and Tiffany? She said, no, I don't know Crystal that well to have an issue with her because Robin don't understand exactly what's going on, right? And maybe just shoot her a message to see what could be the problem. But Tiffany's like, I don't need to because I don't have any issues with you. I don't have any, ill will towards you. And Robin said, I said the same thing. Like maybe yes, you don't have an issue with her, but I think she does because she's definitely feeling some type of way. And like Robin said, you have kids, I have kids, I've been in your shoes, so maybe it's all about the mind. Maybe Crystal don't understand how our minds work because we're mothers, so we don't waste our time thinking about things that don't make sense to us, don't bother us because if it has nothing to do with my kids or my husband, my business, I ain't got no time for it, right? But just meet up with her. But of course, she said, where'd that come from? Because she feels like it has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm not in a space where I'm accepting new friends, new applications, no new friends. Tiffany talks about, I don't know, there's nothing else. I could literally be in a room with her and there's nothing there. I'm existing in her mind. Like, when we're in the same space, nothing's there. She don't say hi, I don't say hi, I don't talk, she don't talk, and it is what it is. Um, Well, see, for people who don't have kids, they have time to think about relationships and friends and things like that. But like Tiffany said, I think about my kids, my husband, what's for dinner? Do I have a dentist appointment? I have no space in my mind whatsoever to worry about what someone don't like about me when I have no idea what the issue is because I had no space for that. Like Robert said, people who don't have kids do not understand what it feels like, and this is when Kiana decides to come in the conversation and think we're talking about her, but they weren't because Robin said nobody said nothing about you. We're talking about Crystal, but Robin said people who don't have kids don't understand what Tiffany's saying. And before I can finish my thought, you want to pipe up. So again, um, Kiana wants to have a moment because she doesn't have any kids, but she don't understand where Robin is coming from. And but again, nobody said your name, Kiana. Nobody mentioned you. Nobody mentioned your issues. Were you in your feelings about what's going on between your fertility issues, your IVF journey? Like, if the girls knew, I can get that, but nobody mentioned your name. They were talking about Crystal coming off as since she has all the time in the world to figure out friendships and not worry about other responsibilities besides hers. That's where it came from. Nobody mentioned you, and It's the same exact statement that Kiana don't like because she feels like when you say what someone doesn't, when people who don't have kids don't understand, she feels like that's a devalue of a person because since you don't have kids, you're not a great person. You're not a great woman, a great mother, a great wife, a great businesswoman because you don't have kids. You're more than just that. When you are a mother, that means you're better than everybody. No, that's not what that means because then she talks about that statement that people say because you never know what someone's going through, so you can't just say things and read the room. But it wasn't a bashing session. Nobody was coming at Crystal like, "Oh my God, look at her. She ain't got no kids." Da da da. Like it wasn't like that. It was just a conversation about Tiffany don't have the space and time to figure out why Chris don't like her because I got other shit on my mind to worry about than Crystal. Okay, that's what it was about. Kiana feeling like I don't even know what Kiana's feeling like. Is that her way trying to cape for Crystal? Because they wasn't talking bad about her. They were just talking about the situation for what it was. Crystal don't have kids. She don't know what she's going through. She don't know how it feels to have all these hats and try to fix it for everybody. All Crystal have is herself. I'm confused. And she said, because you have kids, it's not a badge of honor. That doesn't mean you're special. Okay, Kiana, don't say that. But she wants them to not tear each other down because you don't have kids. Da da da. But again, whether you like what the statement said or not, it wasn't directed towards you. Nobody said nothing to you about kids. We're talking about Crystal. Crystal. But she said, I don't like it. I don't care. Don't say it. I'm not mad about you saying it, but don't say it. And she said, because you never had a child, you don't understand what's going on. But Kiana doesn't care. She don't like the statement. It's being thrown around like Robin say. Whether or not you don't like it, it's a true statement. You're not going to understand what I'm going through because you do not have kids. Because I don't know what Kiana feels like because she's not a mother. She's not, like I said, I already said all that. But like Robin said, excuse me, Queen Hannah, nobody directed that comment towards you. You decided to take it and make it about you to have a moment. And then Robin talks about the oversensitivity in this group. It has nothing to do with you. Everybody else can understand where she's coming from besides Kiana. And again, Robin's not letting up on that statement. You don't understand because you don't have kids. Again, Kiana keeps talking about when you mention people who don't have kids, you're talking about me. You're talking about me. But we're talking about Crystal. Crystal, we're talking about Crystal. We're not talking about you. It was about Crystal. The entire topic was about Crystal. But you made it about you because again, it had nothing to do with you. And that's where it ended off. And I'm like, oh my God, Kiana. Like Kiana, like you irritated me in the beginning and you irritated me in the end. Again, it's not saying that because you don't have kids, meaning you don't have things to worry about. It's not saying that. Okay? But as a woman who have kids, my mindset is not automatically making friends. My mindset is not automatically trying to figure out who wants to be my friend or not. No, my mindset is what's for dinner? Do I have a dentist appointment? What time does Jasper has to go to football practice? That's where my mind is going. My mind is not in any space or capacity to figure out who can I make a friend with. No, that's not my mind, okay? And it's not taking away what you have to deal with. It's not taking away what you go through. It's not. Because I just hate the fact that Crystal always police everything that Robin says and makes it more about what it is. Because with Kiana saying you don't know what everybody's going through, that could have been your time, Kiana, to open about your situation. Because it wasn't about you, but you could have been like, you know what, y'all? I don't know. Um, I don't know about that statement because it makes me feel some type of way because I don't have kids, but I do want to have kids. So it made me feel some type of way when you say that. Now I know it's not directed at me, but I'm just talking about my situation. You could have did that, but I felt like you wanted to make that entire kid situation about you, and that wasn't about you. Again, misunderstanding things, trying to make it a moment, trying to make it about how you should. Anyway, next episode because this must have been why Kiana wanted to leave because more of the things she's gonna participate is gonna make her look bad. This is another one. This is another situation that she's going to probably blame editing, blame production, blame the show, blame Robin about how it got to where she got to say what she had to say. She's not going to take ownership to what she done, because she didn't take ownership into how she misunderstood what Robin meant about the 26 files. And she's not going to understand how she came at Robin about a comment that wasn't directed towards her. Anyway, that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.